Welcome to this week's episode of Humans in 5.
Now, we've talked about sleep a few times on Humans in 5. Sleep is hugely important as it gives our bodies a chance to rest and recover. It also allows our bodies and minds a chance to take a break, do some biological tidying up, and prepare for whatever the next day may bring.
Everyone has a slightly different sleep schedule or preference about when they might need to go to bed or to wake up. For example, we tend to be those pesky morning people who are all chipper and ready to go early in the day. But then we also go to bed a little bit earlier at night. But there are some people who have a lot of trouble dragging themselves out of bed bright and early and instead prefer to stay up late at night.
There are a lot of factors that can contribute to someone's preferred sleep and waking hours, or their chronotype. These factors can include age and your hormonal profile. It can also change across your lifespan, so you may not be tied to one chronotype as different factors in your life change.
That being said, our busy lives may get in the way of our preferred sleeping habits. When we find ourselves working extremely long hours of work with no real time in the day for anything other than working and eating, we may find ourselves taking part in revenge bedtime procrastination.
So what is this bedtime procrastination all about? If you're one of those people who spend most of their waking hours working, you might start to find yourself wishing that there were just a few hours in the day available for entertainment, like reading a book or watching a TV show. But you might not be able to do these leisure activities because by the time you get around to them, it's already time for bed based on your daily schedule as well as your sleep preferences.
Revenge bedtime procrastination is when you delay going to sleep even if you have no real reason to do so. You know that staying up later will have negative consequences, but you do it anyway to get that sweet reward of joy that comes from doing something like playing a video game or staying up chatting with friends. This idea originated in China, where many young workers found themselves working 12-hour days, 6 days a week, and were exhausted and aware that they were losing out on having a personal life.
The revenge in the name comes from the idea that by staying up, even when you know you shouldn't, you're taking revenge on those crazy daytime hours where there's just no free time due to overwhelming work hours that leave you without a moment to do something all for yourself.
So if we know that compressing our sleeping hours by staying up late, even though we know that we need to get up for work, isn't good for us, then why do we do it? There are a couple of different possible explanations that revolve around the themes of stress, reduced self-control, and increased procrastination around bedtime and other situations. Or some people who are actually night people are being made to fit into early bird schedules that just don't suit them.
There's also a suggestion that revenge bedtime procrastination is on the rise as more and more people stressed out from COVID-19 and with more people working from home with their work-life balance are melding together. As sleep deprivation can affect our health, our memories, and potentially reduce the effectiveness of vaccines, how can we fight this revenge move and get back on track with our sleep?
The best recommendation is to follow those good old-fashioned habits we all know well. Keeping to a consistent wake-up and sleep schedule, even on days when we're not working, can help quite a bit, as well as avoiding alcohol and caffeine later in the day, and cutting ourselves off from our electronic devices before bedtime. Another solution might be to remind employers that stretching those working hours may not have the best effect on workers, but one step at a time.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Humans in 5.
And don't forget to subscribe!